We're here with our 1989 Oldsmobile Cutlass Ciera, and we're going to do a few things here. We're planning to change the fuel filter and also change the fuel injectors. I was told by my mechanic that one of the fuel injectors is clogged, and we tried to put some cleaner in. It's just not alleviating it. So we're going to have to, first of all, relieve the fuel pressure. But actually, before we do that, we've got the car up on a ramp there, as you can maybe see, so that we'll be able to get underneath it to get that fuel filter out. And of course, I've got my very helpful assistant, Joshua, to help me here today. So let's see what we need to do. So I've got a few things. I've got a fuel pressure gauge that I got at Canadian Tire. This will let me check the fuel pressure. Frankly, that I don't need to do that, but more importantly, it's going to let me relieve the pressure so that we can take out the filter and take out the fuel injectors. So this pressure gauge has a little hose attached that will allow me to relieve the pressure, and we're just going to put it in a container here, dump out that extra fuel. Now, where we connect this fuel pressure gauge is, if you can see right here, there's a little connector. We just unscrew that, and we're going to put that on right there. Alright, so we relieved the fuel pressure. There actually wasn't much. We also took the filler cap off the gas tank there, just to, again, make sure there's no pressure. Now we're going to do the fuel rail, pull that off so we can get these injectors off first. So the first step after we relieve the pressure there is we got to disconnect the electrical connectors here onto each fuel injector. The way we do that, we simply push in and then pull it out. So my handy assistant Joshua, not on the wire, if you pull a grasp here, go ahead. Thank you. And we just do that for all of them.
1, 2, 3.
So the next step is to take off this vacuum hose from the pressure regulator. So I've already done that. And after we do that, we're going to have to disconnect the outgoing fuel line here, and if we can see that, the incoming fuel line back here. So to do that, we need 2 wrenches, a 16mm to go on this fitting, and I assume it's the same for the back, yeah. And then a 19mm to just, that's, maybe it's not 19, on this side it's 19. So that doesn't move. We don't want that one to move. We'll have to see which one it is on the back here. And so on this one here, it's actually 7/8, believe it or not. And I don't have it may be a 23 would work, but I don't have a 23. So we're going to disconnect those fuel lines going in and out, and then we'll take it from there. We got the inlet unhooked. It's attached along here. There's a little clamp that's holding it. So I loosened the clamp with a 10mm so that I can pull that inlet pipe right out. So it's right out. We're leaking a little fuel here from the rail. I've got a towel to absorb it. So next we're going to do the outlet. Okay, so we took off we unscrewed the inlet and outlet fuel lines. So they are disconnected. We've pulled them away, front and back. Now we have to take off the 4 retaining bolts. We're going to use a 13mm on that, and just simply loosen that up. Okay, so we've taken off the 4 retaining bolts. The inlet and outlet pipes are disconnected. The vacuum line's disconnected. So the fuel rail here is just sitting here. Now we just have to basically wiggle it and pull it up and pull the rail with the 6 injectors out. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. They've been in here for about 31 years, so it might be a little tricky to wiggle it out. Alright, so we got the fuel rail off and the injectors out. The rail was not coming off very easily, so we basically unhooked the 6 injectors first. There are these little clips that hold the injectors onto the rail. We just pulled them off with a little screwdriver. You just push them off. So, and then that got the injectors disconnected from the rail. We pulled the rail off, then pulled the injectors out one by one. So as you can see, we just got 6 holes now. So the hard part is done. Easy part is putting the new injectors on and putting everything back. But first I'm going to clean up everything here. Anyhow, that's my video for today. Thanks, and God bless.